Really simple habits can go a long way when it comes to achieving a weight loss or wellness goal, or just to feel really good and energized. And it really doesn't have to be overcomplicated, just consistent. So today I'm sharing 5 things that you can do daily that can transform your body. If you're new here, my name's Autumn. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's in nutrition human performance. On my channel, I teach you the science-backed tips and strategies to help you achieve your weight loss and wellness goals. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I actually shared these tips really quickly in a YouTube short, but you guys loved that short, so I wanted to expand on each of these tips to help you better understand what to do and how it can actually completely transform your life. And that first thing is to cut out all sugary drinks. This can come in a lot of sneaky forms. And if you've been following my channel for even just like a little bit, you've heard me talk a lot about sugar sweetened drinks and how it is likely the #1 thing holding you back from achieving your weight loss and wellness goals, because they're everywhere. Energy drinks, healthy green juices. I actually used to work at one of these green juice places back like during my college days. And unless you're getting the straight up like kale, celery, maybe some lemon juice in there, a lot of green juices actually have a lot of apple juice in it, which ultimately is just liquid sugar. Yes, there's maybe some additional benefits over regular sugar, but it is still just liquid sugar. These are really rapidly absorbed, really spike the storing hormone insulin, but also from a non-weight loss perspective can cause huge energy crashes and make you really reliant on having more and more of this sugar. So just by removing this alone, especially if you're consuming these on a daily basis, can make a huge impact on your energy levels and even weight loss goals. Some of my favorite non-sugary options are things like sparkling water. I actually have a soda stream and I make this every single night. I love sparkling water. Ginger lemon tea, keto coffee, black coffee, unsweetened tea. Okay, the second thing that can completely transform your body is to eat more protein. There's this idea going around that we're all eating plenty of protein. In fact, we're probably eating way too much protein. But this is based on truly incredibly outdated information. Oftentimes these statements are citing the USDA guidelines where they say you need 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. But actual clinical research is showing that anywhere between 1 to 1.6 or even higher grams of protein per kilogram of body weight is needed to feel satisfied, to not be hungry, to achieve a body composition goal, which is where you're losing body fat but gaining muscle. There's even some research around bone density and getting enough of high quality protein sources. And probably the most immediate thing that people notice when they actually eat enough of the right type of protein, which is also an important factor, is that their sugar cravings and their urge to snack really completely diminishes. With my clients in the A peeps, even those who have the biggest sweet tooth will say that they just no longer crave these snacks or sugary treats once they've actually gotten enough protein for their body's needs. Which means if you aren't eating all of those snacks, you're activating your migrating motor complex, so it helps from a gut health perspective and a de-bloating perspective. It also means you're not eating sugary snacks, which of course can help from a weight loss perspective. But it is crucial you're eating the right type of protein. This is actually such an important point that I've done quite a few videos on this. I'll have one that really dives deeper into your options and how much this actually looks like with specific types of protein linked in the description below. Okay, the third thing you can start doing is intermittent fast. And I'm not talking about 20 hours, 22 hours a day. I'm talking about even just 12 hours a day. So with just 12 hours a day, that means just not eating after dinner. Like if you stop eating at 7 p.m., you could theoretically start eating at 7 a.m. and still get a 12-hour fast. Now, we've talked a lot about how intermittent fasting can be really helpful from a weight loss perspective and also for even decreasing hunger levels. But something else that I don't think gets talked quite a bit enough about intermittent fasting other than on my channel is the gut health aspect, especially because so many people suffer from IBS or bloating. Getting that gut rest with intermittent fasting helps to activate that migrating motor complex, which flushes out the food and bacteria that would normally ferment in the GI tract and cause bloating and cause that intestinal discomfort. That's one of the main reasons why I first started intermittent fasting, because I was getting such bad bloating after every single meal because I wasn't really taking a break from eating and I was snacking throughout the day. So I was constantly just feeling this extreme pressure in my belly that was so uncomfortable. Now I pretty much never get bloated, which is just an amazing thing to experience. I personally just feel so much better. I even feel more energized as a result. It's like when you feel really bloated, you just don't really feel like doing much. But it is really important, and I can't emphasize this enough, that you don't take the approach that just because fasting is good, that longer fasts are always going to be better. You need to have this balance between fasting and eating. If you don't, then you don't get those perks of like getting enough protein, for example, which is why I always recommend somewhere between a 12 to 16 hour fast for best results. But if you're curious on where you can fall within that range, I do have a free intermittent fasting quiz that you can check out down description below. Okay, the fourth thing that you can do every day is walk. And this sounds so underrated. I completely understand. But the OG AM peeps who've been following my channel since the awkward beginning days knows that this is one thing that can really make a difference when done consistently. And the reason why most people don't think it can make much of a difference, I think at least, is because it's just not done enough to actually see the benefits of walking. Walking helps to break up the sedentary moments of the day, which if we can even just get our muscles flexing a little bit, even by a walk, this helps to make us more insulin sensitive, which if you are more carbohydrate sensitive, it can help improve your carbohydrate sensitivity as well. Not to mention from an energy level perspective, just sitting all day is such an energy suck. But when you actually get walking, especially if you can get walking outside, even just for 5 minutes every couple of hours, that really adds up. You get the movement, you get the sunlight, you get the negative ions, and if you're walking outside before bed, like after dinner, your eyes get exposed to darkness, which helps to trigger your brain to release a sleep hormone melatonin, which can then help to improve sleep quality, which of course has a lot of downstream effects on weight loss goals, energy levels, everything we want. I also have quite a few videos on walking and my walking schedule. I'll have those linked down description below as well. Okay, the fifth thing that you can do to really transform your body is to add resistance training. And you can go the really heavyweight route, really focus on strength training, but you could even be using things like bands or your own body weight. Just challenging your muscles to some degree has been consistently found to improve insulin sensitivity, and since insulin resistance affects more than 100 million Americans, this is a big one. But also maybe something that isn't discussed enough as well is that it can have a really positive impact on bone density, especially when paired with getting enough protein to recover from those workouts. All of these tools are really great, but what you eat really matters. So if you want to get an idea of what I eat in a day to get some inspiration, you can check out this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.